The annual public service lecture, organized in honor of Chief Moses Aboaba on the occasion of his 85th birthday ceremony, was a befitting one, as loved ones, celebrities and dignitaries celebrated him in grand style.
In introduction, let me first of all...
The event that hosted the 85th birthday ceremony of Chief Moses Inaolaji Aboaba, the first secretary to the Osun State government and head of service when the state was created in 1991, was attended by his friends, associates, representatives of the state government, including Secretary to the state government Teslim Igbalaye, as well as civil servants from across the state, among others. Tagged the annual public service lecture, the gathering also served as an opportunity to celebrate Chief Aboaba's birthday and recognize his efforts in ensuring the state was built on a solid foundation. The Osun State Head of Service, Leye Aino, set the tone for the event.
The reason for this is not far-fetched. This is because there cannot be an effective and efficient public service governance without the bureaucracy. In other words, bureaucracy plays a very vital role. The very essence of bureaucracy is adherence to lay down rules and formalize procedures. The bureaucracy itself is the form of organization defined by a complexity, division of labor, specialization, permanence, professional management, hierarchical coordination, strict span of control, and chain of command with legal authority. In its EID form, bureaucracy is impersonal, is rational, and rule-based, based on rules. Every player has definite rules and expectations that are clearly stipulated. It has a standardized procedure. The extant provisions governing the public service are binding. They are binding. They are prescribed and formally recognized in the court of law and administrative panels of inquiries as the guiding principles of any formal organization like the public service institution and are enforceable.
This year's lecture focused on the theme adherence to rules and regulations in enhancing effectiveness and efficiency in public administration and governance. Chief Inaolaji Aboaba spoke about the rationale behind organizing the annual public service lecture in Osun State and the choice of this year's theme.
Generally, service delivery has been deteriorating. We want to be true to ourselves. And my feeling is that for what we experienced in the old Oyo State, in the old Western region, and what we experienced when we first came here in 1991, the service of Osun State should keep the flag flying. So this is my own little contribution to facilitating efficiency in the public service and facilitating good governance in Osun State. Oh, surely there is basic difference. No, not necessarily the fault of the civil servants at times. Most time, those who are their political leaders have brought that about. Look, in my own days, I enjoyed very good overseas training, even local training, and there was also what we call motivation. In many of the civil services of the Federation as at now, you can't talk about what we experienced that time as going on now. Most unfortunately, this was brought about by the adventure of the military, because right from the time they left, things have not been the same again. But we believe that with effort, concerted effort, we can improve the service.
He emphasized the importance of training and retraining civil servants to ensure effective service delivery. Additionally, he stressed the need for strict adherence to public service rules to avoid penalties and uphold professionalism in governance.
The advice to them is that they should be loyal to the government and the people of Osun State. They should do their work the way it should be. They should not be partisan, and they have the courage to call a spade when advising their political bosses. they should bear in mind the existing rules. If you lay it out very well, there's no way they will ask you to go and violate it. But I don't know, either fear or fear of the future or wanting to guarantee favor from political boss. Many of them sideline the rules, which will not be the case.
Number one is adherence to rules, the laws, and regulations. And adherence means that you have to know what you are adhering to. You have to have knowledge of the laws, the rules, and regulations. And that goes not only for civil servants, but also even for government functionaries, political actors. Because unless they know the laws, the rules and regulations by which they're supposed to act, I'm afraid they cannot act correctly. So what should be done is a situation where we deliberately make both politicians and civil servants aware that these laws exist, these rules exist, these regulations exist. That's number one. Number two, that they are binding on everybody, whether you are politicians or civil servants.
Secretary to the State Government, Teslim Igbalaye, commended Chief Inaolaji Aboaba for his contributions to the development of Osun State since its creation in 1991. While congratulating him on his 85th birthday, Teslim Igbalaye also assured government support for the Inaolaji Aboaba Foundation, which has been organizing the annual lecture for years.
To our Baba, Chief Moses Aboaba Trust Foundation, yours is a just cause. We acknowledge it, we appreciate it, and we will continue to support it. You are giving back to your constituency, and all of us are challenged to work towards giving back to our society. It is a collective responsibility to make our dear state and nation great. Lastly, this is a government made possible by the people of Osun State. And so we are determined to take prosperity to the doorstep of our citizens.
It further highlighted the ongoing reforms by the current administration to support and encourage civil servants, emphasizing that more initiatives are being implemented to enhance their performance. We say a huge congratulations to Chief Inaolaji Aboaba on his 85th birthday.